Greetings from Lorain High School as we get set for junior varsity girls basketball on WLCS TV 20. Rob Polinsky, Joe Bach with you. A Lake Erie League matchup with the Shaker Heights Red Raiders and your Lorain Titans. Joe, great to be here with you today as we get a chance to look at the junior varsity of Lorain High School.
Yeah, season winded down, one of the last few games, and yeah, good chance to look in at our ladies from the JV and see how they're doing.
And we've got Lorain. They are in the white uniforms, and Shaker Heights in the red. Jim Moore will put the ball in the air. He and Dale Cutting are the officials for this junior varsity contest. And we're underway. Jumping center for Lorain. It was Denasia Dower, a freshman. Shaker Heights comes out of there with the basketball. We'll get you the young ladies out here just as soon as possible. That one's tipped away and stolen, and that is Faith Cardona. Cardona is going to be fouled. She'll go to the line for two. Cardona, a freshman forward, will shoot a couple of free throws. Also in the starting lineup is Tanea Pinto. She is a junior. She's joined out there by Veda Blankenship, a freshman. And the fifth starter for Lorain is Nylasia Phillips, a freshman. So four freshmen and a junior comprise the starting lineups for Lorain. First free throw, no good.
Yeah, Lorain doesn't have a freshman team this year. They probably could have, but it would have been close. And so they just decided to put the freshman up on the JV team.
Second free throw, no good. So Shaker Heights will get the basketball back. As they bring it into the forecourt, Joelle Burge back to the basket with the basketball. Her pass to Janea Ford. She is fouled. Get you the Shaker Heights starters here as soon as we can find all five of the young ladies. And that foul before the shot, so they'll inbound. And the inbound comes to Janea Ford. Now, they don't have the age of the Shaker Heights young ladies on the roster, so we won't be able to tell you what year they are, but their starters are going to be Maya Grisby, Eleanor Miller, Joelle Burge, Tiaja Whitehead, and Janaya Ford. So there's a three ball in the air, up and in, and hitting the three for Lorain is Faith Cardona. 3-0 Titans.
Good start there.
6:10 to go in the first quarter. And driving to the basket, but losing it on the way to the bucket was Janaya Ford. That'll turn it over and give it to Lorain. Logan Wigan is the varsity or the junior varsity head coach for the Titans. Coming out of there with a steal is Joelle Burge. Burge on the drive. Burge is covered by Dower, puts it up, no good. Offensive rebound for the Raiders, and that was Maya Grisby getting the rebound. Now the jumper in the corner is too far. Missing that was Eleanor Miller. And coming out of there with the basketball is Veda Blankenship for Lorain. She'll stop and shoot. She'll miss it. And they save it from going out of bounds. But on the end line with her foot, as she grabbed the basketball, was Nylasia Phillips. Jim Moore says, give the basketball to Shaker Heights. 5.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Titans lead 3-0. Rob Polinsky, Joe Bach here with you on a Saturday, first Saturday of February. On the drive, putting it up off the glass and rim, missing that one was Whitehead. And clearing the rebound for the Lorain Titans is going to be Cardona. She'll put it up, danced off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound by Dower is no good. And the team's a little bit cold here in the first couple of minutes. Pass is knocked out of bounds. Shaker Heights to inbound.
Yeah, some good looks, nice opportunities, especially under the basket. Just can't get them to fall so far.
Hopefully, like the weather that, today, things will warm up a little bit.
Yeah, it's supposed to be nice.
Here in the gym. As we have our first sub into the game, it's Layla Smith-Robinson who's going to get the basketball just into the contest. So Layla Smith-Robinson for the Shaker JV team as they look for their first point of the day. So they trail it by a score of 3-0, and the shot goes up and in. And making that time was Janea Ford. 3-2 Lorain. And into the forecourt come the Titans. There's a three ball just from the left side, and hitting that is Tanea Pinto. So Lorain has made two baskets, Joe. They're both threes, and they lead 6-2. Pinto, a freshman. on the left side, putting up a 3-ball of her own for Shaker Heights. Missing that was Eleanor Miller, and Blankenship will corral the rebound for Lorain. She has it knocked out of bounds by Burge, and Lorain will inbound. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Titans lead 6-2. And we're going to get an over and back violation on the Titans on the inbound. And Coach Wigan says, go into the backcourt, go completely into the backcourt to catch the ball. You can do that,
right,
but you can't straddle. So the inbound will go to Eleanor Miller. Miller kicks it outside. Here's a jumper from the right wing. That's too long, no good by Layla Smith-Robinson. Out of bounds to the Titans with 4:09 to go in the first quarter. And they'll inbound it to Pinto. 2-2-1 full court pressure by Shaker Heights. Junior varsity girls basketball on this Saturday, first Saturday of February. Live from Lorain High School. Blankenship with the basketball. Blankenship with the cross-court pass. It's going to be intercepted. And that's Janaea Ford. Ford will drive in. Off the glass. Misses from point-blank range. Got her own rebound. Missed another one. And the Titans come out of there with it, and they're going to clear it ahead. And ahead of the pack, laying it up too strong, is the Lorain Titans. Missing that was Phillips. Both teams missed good chances here, and now here comes Shaker Heights again with a good opportunity, all alone, and putting that up and in for the Raiders is Eleanor Miller. At 6-4, Lorain with the lead. Phillips had it knocked away. It's stolen. Now the Raiders with a chance to tie the ball game. Pinto back defensively, putting it up, missing it. They get the rebound. It's back up and in. And again, that is going to be Eleanor Miller. Give her 4, and we are tied at 6 with 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. The pressure from Shaker Heights is bothering Lorain a little bit, Joe. And we've got a timeout here for Lorain, or they would have had a 10-second call. That's the first timeout on the assessed to Lorain.
Yeah, it seems like Shaker's game is going to be press after made. So yeah, we'll see if Lorain can handle that. So far, I don't know. I think Lorain's going to have to get a handle on that full court.
Too early to tell, yeah. It seems like they've turned the game around a little bit. And, of course, you can't press when you're missing shots, so you can only put the press on after a made shot, unless it gets knocked out of bounds, but just to be able to settle into that. And you're right, sometimes it takes a while, Joe, I think, for the girls to see it and then, get some confidence, get some, I think early on in a press, the advantages to the defense as the game goes on, is the offense gets some confidence, sees it more, then I think the advantage can go the other way.
Yeah, well, we'll see if Lorain can retake the lead here with a bucket. We're tied up at 6.
Faith Cordona gets it into Blankenship. Blankenship double team, gets it ahead to Cordona. She'll bounce it here on the right side. Jasmine Church into the game for the first time. She puts it up off the glass and in. Church with 2, and Lorain leads 8-6.
Nice high arcing shot lightly off the glass for 2.
Church just inserted into the game and immediately makes an impact. Driving in, the passes or the dribble is stolen away. And coming out of there with the basketball is Cordona. Cordona then lost it. Now Shaker Heights comes the other way, down 2. Long lead pass. They get it ahead, and getting away with a walk and a double dribble. And the shot goes up and in is Burge. We're tied at 8.
Yeah, take your pick there.
Yes. And there's another steal off the press. With the basketball is Robinson, puts it up and in, and Shaker Heights leads for the first time.
Yeah, they're not going to get away with those lazy passes today.
Right.
Shaker, very alert team, going to jump into passing lanes and take advantage of that.
You can bounce pass, and right there, Lorain throws it away on a bounce pass, but I think you got a better chance with bounce passes than trying to throw it through them. Shot goes up and in, and they're making baskets off of their defense. 12-8. Offense comes from the defense. Another steal. And the Shaker press is the difference. Laying it up and in. We're going to get another timeout.
Yeah, that'll be their second early on, but they had to stop the bleeding here.
Smith Robinson with a layup makes it 14-8. Shaker Heights out in front by 6 as we are in the late stages of the first quarter as they have got this one turned around. Joe, it was 6-2 and now a 12-2 run for Shaker. We want to remind you, Operation Share the Warmth. Lorain City Schools, Operation Share the Warmth, supporting and serving all over Lorain County. Please return your completed applications as soon as possible for free warm winter clothing for all children. Learn more and download an application packet at lorainschools.org/Operation Share. Operation Share the Warmth is a federally funded program, so please do that. Mark Feldman sitting at the scores table. His varsity team will take on Shaker Heights a little bit later today. As you see Mark there sitting at the scores table. Jim Moore, the official, holding court there.
Well, he's got all their attention there.
Well, at least Beth. He's blocking out Beth. Beth Hill, this is impressive, Joe. The day after her birthday, she's here bright and early in the morning.
Yeah, that is impressive.
Who would have thunk it? Well, I guess at Beth's age, you don't need as much sleep.
Yeah.
But,
yeah,
to think she'd make it here at 11 a.m. the day after her birthday,
yeah,
I think you would have won a lot of bets with that one. The lob on the inbound is going to be stolen away by Burge. Joel Burge gets it. Burge and Shaker Heights up by 6, and we're going to get a holding foul on the Titans. Dale Cutting with that call. Just the second team foul on Lorain. Don't have a PA announcer here for the junior varsity contest, so not sure who that foul was on, but it was on the floor. Shaker Heights to inbound. You're going to lob it up top, and catching it is Ford. Ford will take it and make a 3. Ford with 5, 17-8, and a 15-2 run for Shaker Heights. The lob inside is going to be stolen away. They try to get it to Dower. Another steal. Boy, Lorain just can't get into the offense because they continually turn the basketball over.
Yeah,
on the baseline, a double dribble, Joe.
Yeah, they need to just take their time and get the ball down. They're trying to hurry it down the court, and the Shaker's taking advantage almost of every one of these last half dozen or so passes.
Sometimes the turnovers are in the backcourt. Sometimes it's once they get across the timeline. Now Blankenship has it, drives, lays it up and in. Boy, she goes hard to the floor. No foul called. Blankenship is hurt, but she is going to be helped up. Good sportsmanship there from Janiyah Ford from Shaker Heights. Blankenship with her first 2, and boy, the Titans needed that, and it looks like she might come out of the basketball game. She will. Checking in for her is going to be Jasmine Church.
Much needed basket, though.
Yes, it was. 17-10 Shaker Heights as we approach 30 seconds to go in the first quarter, and blanking that up and in. Boy, Shaker Heights offensively really impressive.
I mean, they started out a little slow, but
yes,
they really poured it on.
And they've got that's Ford. She has 7 in the quarter. The pass is going to be knocked away. Another steal. They get it ahead to Smith Robinson. Her pass shot goes up missing the shot, I should say. Smith Robinson with the rebound, gets it inside. The runner up and in, and that is Eleanor Miller, who already has 8. 21-10, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. We've played one quarter of girls junior varsity basketball. Our score, it's Shaker Heights 21, your Lorain Titans 10. You look at the Shaker bench. We're going to take a timeout. Back with a second quarter after this timeout. You're watching girls junior varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools television.
Every one of us starts out as a wide-eyed recruit, myself included. If I could go back, I'd tell that kid, get ready. You're going to serve alongside some amazing people. They're going to become like family to you. And together, you'll see them do things that will help change the world, that'll change you. One day, you're going to look up and be a better you. And this nation will be better for it too. I'm General Dave Goldfein. Come join us. Your nation is waiting.
Every year, the Salvation Army serves nearly 30 million people in need. That's one person every second. So by the time you've finished watching this, 30 more lives will have been changed for good. All thanks to your donations.
Thank you.
One quarter, Shaker Heights with a 21-10 lead. Lorain took 2 timeouts in the first quarter. Shaker Heights has all 5 remaining. Not many fouls on either team. That's not a problem. Lorain with just 2 and Shaker Heights with 1. And for the Lorain Titans to begin the second quarter, Sine Romero will check into the game and inbound it. She's a freshman. Romero is in there along with Gracie Taylor. Also into the game to begin the second quarter is Jasmine Church. And rounding out the starting 5 will be Kanaya Bonner. And the pass will go out of bounds over the head of Gracie Taylor. And the 5th young lady is going to be Jasmine Cash, a sophomore. So a new 5 on the floor for Lorain to begin quarter number 2. For Shaker Heights driving in, missing that shot was Joelle Burge. The return is up, no, but she's fouled. She'll shoot 2. That foul on Lorain will be assigned to Sinai Romero. And at the line for 2 is Joelle Burge. She has 2 points. Free throw, high arcer, and it makes it. Burge with 3. 22-10 Shaker Heights lead, 6:40 remaining in the first half. Burge again, that's no good. Rebound tapped out and controlled by the Titans. Into the forecourt, they're going to get it ahead. Gracie Taylor with a basketball. Taylor, and they throw it away. And there's an unforced error, Joe. That's not because of the pressure. They just threw that one away. Taylor tried to get it back to Romero and went out of bounds over to the Shaker bench.
Yeah, Lady Titans started out good, but they just seem to be out of kilter now.
I would agree with that. Smith Robinson with the basketball as Lorain tries to get back into this game. It's got to start at the defensive end. They trail 22-10. Going to lob it inside, trying to find her way to the basket. Now they'll kick it outside for the jumper. That's a little bit short by Ford. And Lorain with the basketball. The outlet is going to be stolen away. Boy, how many times have I said that? I bet they have 15 turnovers already.
I bet I wouldn't take that bet. Get you to win.
Titans bringing the basketball into the forecourt. Hopefully they can get this turned around. Falling with the basketball was Church. She throws it away, and Shaker Heights comes out of there with it, and they're going to have a double dribble, as that double dribble will go on Kalia Fountain, who's into the game for the first time. Junior varsity girls basketball from Lorain High School on this Saturday morning. Rob and Joe with you. Speaking of Joe, did you have a little bit of that this morning to get you going, Mr. Bach? Are you a coffee guy?
Sometimes, but I did not this morning.
You did not on a Saturday morning. You just wake up wired and ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, well, something like that.
You get it inside. The shot goes up. It's no good. And Shaker Heights again with a rebound. Top of the key 3. Come up a little bit short. It's out of bounds to Lorain. And missing that shot was Burge. Well, you know, I was already at the office. We did the Nick Abraham Saturday Morning Sports Wrap-Up show. And I scooted out about a half hour early to get up here. But we had that at 9. And when you show up at 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning, I'll tell you, without coffee, I don't think I would have got through it.
Yeah. Wow, another turnover.
Yes, it is. Here comes the Raiders with the basketball, forcing her way, putting it up. Missing the shot was Miller. They get another offensive rebound, though. They get it to Ford. She'll miss. And another offensive rebound by Fountain. Boy, the Raiders hitting the offensive glass right here, giving themselves multiple opportunities. And now Smith Robinson, as she gets knocked around, and it's going to be a steal. No foul called. As, boy, both teams seem to be getting away with some fouls here.
Yeah.
And they'll pass ahead with the basketball is going to be Romero. Romero on the right side. The shot goes up, no good. And they're going to clear it ahead to Smith Robinson. Smith Robinson lays it up, no good, no call. And as long as they're consistent, going both ways with it.
And they seem to be.
They are. They're letting them play. So the Raiders.
Sloppy right now.
Yes,
sloppy,
it is.
Sloppy.
The Raiders with the basketball. They get it ahead, laying it up and in. for the Raiders that time. That is going to be Smith Robinson. She has 6, and it's 24-10. Titans in the backcourt, got to get it in across the timeline. They do to Gracie Taylor. Taylor gets a pass in the corner. The shot goes up. That's off the rim. No good. Missing that was Jasmine Cash. But at least the Titans got a shot off. That's a positive. Shot goes up. No good at the other end. Good defense by the Titans. Cash into the forecourt. 2-on-1. Goes to the basket. Lays it up. Blocked from behind, but a foul. And that will go on Eleanor Miller. And we're going to get subs coming into the game for both teams.
So talking about your morning routine, you had your coffee. Did you have a donut or a pastry from Kazan? Simply delicious. You know, I was the inaugural winner on the.
Nice. You could have showed up here with them.
Well, that was quite a few weeks ago.
Nalasia Phillips.
They were simply
Jasmine
delicious.
Church. Yes, they certainly are. And Denasia Dower coming in. Living in Elyria, and the studios are in Elyria. The blanket chip with a shot in the corner. It's up and in, and it's a 3. To answer your question, no, but I wish I had. But I did get a breakfast sandwich that we usually get because we've got a couple of fast food restaurants right across the street from the station. So usually on the Saturday morning, somebody runs in and gets a couple of breakfast Sammies, and that gets us through. 24-13, Titans trying to cut it to single digits, and the pass is going to be intercepted. And coming out of there with the basketball is Bird. She goes to the hole, laid it up, no good. And the Titans now doing a better job on the boards as Pinto has it. Pinto gets it ahead. With the basketball now is Dower, and we get a traveling call. 3:09 to go in the first half. Shaker Heights up 24-13. But yeah, Saturday mornings at the station can be an adventure, Joe, because
I listen in a lot, and it sounds a lot of fun.
You got 3 guys trying to get there, make it through whatever happened on Friday night, get that thing going, and survive 2 hours.
Well, plus coordinate all with the coaches that you talk to in the morning.
That's the fun part. I'll tell you about that at halftime. Shot goes up, and it's a 3-pointer. It's up and in by Whitehead, and it makes it 27-13. Thank goodness for text messages. Let me put it to you that way. And we on the end line, stepping out of bounds is Blankenship. That will give it back to Shaker Heights. 2:43 to go in the half. 27-13. Shaker Heights with the lead. They led after 1 quarter, 21-10. So it's a 6-3 advantage in the second quarter so far for the Raiders. In their final year of the Lake Erie League, they, like Cleveland Heights, will leave for the Greater Cleveland Conference. Dower with a shot block, and she comes out of there with a basketball. Nice defense by Dower to Blankenship. Can't get off the 3. Blankenship on the drive, puts it up, no, and she stepped on the end line. Speaking of good defense, Kalia Fountain was there, wouldn't let Blankenship get off the shot, and then forced her to go out of bounds.
Held her ground, forced her out. So
she did.
Another turnover.
Substitutions coming back into the basketball game for Shaker Heights. Junior varsity Eleanor Miller returns with 8 points. Janiyah Ford returns with 7. So those 2 young ladies have combined for 15 of the 27 points for the Red Raiders today. And Shaker Heights wants a timeout to talk it over. This will be a 30-second timeout with 2 minutes, 13 seconds remaining in the first half.
All right. That'll give us a chance to talk about another Did You Know?
All right. Lorain City Schools asked, did you know that between 2012 and 2016, Lorain students who scored in the highest 3 categories of state testing missed an average of fewer than 8 days per year? Our students who scored in the lowest 2 categories missed an average of 11 days per year. Tighten up. Attendance. You belong here. Attendance counts every day. And boy, when you see it put that simple, Joe, that really does tell the story. If you get here, you're going to do a heck of a lot better than if you don't. So do whatever you got to do to get your kids in class, and it will show up on their testing.
Absolutely.
Jim Moore, one of our 2 officials, along with Dale Cutting, will hand the basketball off to Tiaja Whitehead, and we're back underway. That's the first time out for Shaker Heights. They have 4 remaining. And they get it inside, and we're going to get a foul, and shooting a couple of free throws will be Ford. Janiyah Ford with 7 points so far. So Ford will look to add to her 7 points. And the foul is going to go on Denasia Dower of Lorain. Ford's free throw is good.
Nice form.
Ford with 8. Shaker Heights leads by 15, 28-13. And this is the biggest lead of the afternoon for the junior varsity squad from Shaker Heights. Second toss, that one is right there. She has 9. And that 9-point effort leads her team in scoring, 29-13. They get it to Dower. Dower on the baseline. Dower goes to the basket, put it up around the rim, and it went in. Denasia Dower gets into the scoring column with 2. 29-15. Minute 45 to go in the half. Shooting it, missing it are the Raiders. They come out of there with a rebound. And forcing a shot from the foul line, and that goes over the basket. It'll be Lorain basketball. Missing that one was Joelle Burge. Joe with a minute 33 to go, and the Titans down 14. If they could get it to 10, that I would think would be a win here.
Oh, definitely 10 or single digits. Just psychologically going into the second half, it seems like the mount isn't so high to climb.
Right. Blankenship beats the press, goes to the hole, lost it on her way to the basket, and that turnover gives it to Shaker Heights. She felt she was fouled. Officials don't agree, as we have not had many fouls in this game. Just 4 on Lorain and only 1 on Shaker Heights this half.
That's made for a very quick first half.
Yeah, they have let them play. Ford at the free throw line, I should say across the midcourt line, at the edge of the center circle, as we're down to 1:10 to go in the half. Top of the circle, Shaker Heights taking a little time off the clock here. As they run the weave, they get it to Ford, right elbow. She'll take the jumper. That's a good shot, and she hit it. But that's a nice job of Shaker Heights slowing things down, getting off a good shot, leading by 18. Young lady falls to the floor. That's Smith Robinson, as they get it ahead to Raja Phillips. Over to Blankenship. The shot is short off the front of the rim, and an offensive rebound for the Titans. They get it to Phillips. Phillips into the game for the first time. She'll put it up off the rim and in. Raja Phillips with their first 2. 31-17, under 30 seconds to play in the half. Ford dribbling at the edge of the center circle. Lorain sits back defensively, so Shaker Heights probably will go for the final shot. Ten seconds. And Shaker Heights wants a timeout here. They'll take a full timeout to run a final play here. This is interesting.
Wow, very interesting, huh?
So,
I mean, they've got a 14-point lead, under 10 seconds left. I'm not exactly.
You would have thought they would have just yelled out whatever play they wanted to run, because Lorain wasn't pressuring them at all. But
well, the coach did. I don't know if you were looking at her. She did have a big smile on her face.
Yes.
So maybe she's got something up her sleeve. I don't know.
It could be. It could be. So this junior varsity contest, we're in the late stages of the second quarter. About 10 seconds to play in the half. Lorain trails 31-17 as each team has taken 2 timeouts. They'll have 3 remaining for the second half. Shaker Heights led after one quarter 21-10. And they have outscored Lorain 10-7 in the second quarter. I want to remind you that Help for Students and Families is here for you. Wraparound system of care for mental health, health care, crisis response, trauma-specific treatments, legal services, behavior management, substance abuse, parenting groups, and so much more. It's available at lorainschools.org, lorainschools.org/help. Give them a call at 440-830-HELP. That is 440-830-4357. Help for Students and Families is available. Inbound to Ford, down to 6 seconds. Ford gets a screen. Ford on the drive. Ford had her shot blocked, and it's out of bounds. Nice job defensively. Denasia Dower denying her. Leaves 1.6 seconds on the board. And Shaker Heights to inbound. They can get a shot off. They probably don't have time for 2 passes. They're going to get it. There goes the shot. The turnaround is no good. And missing that at the buzzer was Joelle Burge. We played one half of girls junior varsity basketball. Our score, it's Shaker Heights 31, your Lorain Titans 17. We're back with the second half after this timeout on the WLCS TV 20 junior varsity girls basketball game, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
It's not just the ships, the armor, or the aircraft. It's something more. It's the will to fight and determination to win, found inside each and every Marine that answers a nation's call. Battles won.
wouldn't come in until I saw. So there was a raffle, bike raffle. Yes. Should be a good matchup. Should be entertaining. Stand right.
And welcome back as we get set for the second half of action. Girls Junior Varsity Basketball, Ron Polinsky, Joe Bach on WLCS TV 20. The Shaker Heights Raiders leading 31-17. They led after one quarter 21-10, and they outscored Lorain 10-7 in the second frame. For Shaker Heights, Miller with 8, Burge with 3, Whitehead with 3, Smith Robinson with 6, and Ford leads them with 11. For Lorain, Church with 2, Pinto with 3, Blankenship leads them with 5, Cardona with 3, Dower with 2, and Phillips with 2. And immediately starting the second half, it'll be Ford with the basket, and she has 13. And it's 33-17.
Yeah, first couple minutes going to be extremely important here.
Yep. And they get
it's not starting out
No,
good.
it isn't. They get a steal. They missed the layup, though, and it will be out of bounds to Shaker Heights. Whitehead missed that layup. So the Titans down 16 as we begin quarter number 3. Raiders to inbound. Again, the Raiders are in red. Lorain in the home whites. Jumper on the left side. No good. Missing that is Burge. And the offensive rebound. They get it back to Burge. She'll pass it to Ford. Knocked away, stolen by Dower. Dower runs it down. Dower with a long outlet. Got it to Blankenship. Blankenship puts it up. No, but she's fouled. So it'll be Blankenship, Dower, Pinto also on the floor to begin the second half for Lorain. They've got Nalasia Phillips and Faith Cordona. So Veda Blankenship, the freshman guard, leading Lorain tonight so far with 5 points. Will try to add 2 to her total as she's at the line for 2 free throws. Line left, spins it, shoots it, makes it. Blankenship with 6. Jim Moore, Dale Cutting are 2 officials tonight. Jim Moore just gave the basketball back to Veda Blankenship. Again, that one a little too strong. Drew the back of the iron. Dower with an offensive rebound, though. Lost it out of bounds. It'll be Lorain basketball. So let's see if Lorain can take advantage of the offensive rebound and add to their point total. He'll get it, and the jumper in the corner. That's a 3 ball, and it's up and in by Pinto. And what a trip down court that ends up being, Joe. That's a 4-point play.
Right, yeah.
33-21. You get a couple of those, you get right back in the game, and they get a steal. So here come the Titans with some momentum as they trail by 12. Pinto just made that 3. Gets it on the left side. Here comes another long one. Missing that time was Cardona. Oh, that one could have dropped. It could have made it a 9-point game.
Right.
And with the basketball is Burge. Over to Ford. Ford has had a really good game. Top of the key 3 ball from Shaker Heights. Missing that is Whitehead. And Dower got the rebound and got it to a teammate before she traveled after she fell. Blankenship lays it up and in. Blankenship with 8. Here come the Titans.
10 points.
Yes, sir. It's 5:20 to go in the third quarter, so plenty of time now. And we're going to get a whistled holding foul on Blankenship, but Coach Weigand excited as he claps for his team. He likes the effort they are making. He and Mark Feldman with a conversation at the scorers table. Three ball in the corner off the glass and rim, no good, and Dower gets another rebound.
Chance of bringing it into single digits.
Yes, they get it to Blankenship. Blankenship puts it up, no good. Offensive rebound. And then it's stolen away. Ford comes out of there with it. Well, Lorain missed an opportunity there.
Certainly did.
On the right side, on the three-point line, they put it up, no good, but Ford with the rebound, and she knows what to do with it. She puts it in, and she's got 15 points.
With Shaker's always in position, it seems, for them for them rebounds.
The 2-2-1 full court press. This gave Lorain a lot of problems in the first half. They break the press this time. Whitehead lets it fly, missed it. Dower with the return, missed it. Dower fights for the rebound. They save it from going out of bounds, but they save it to Shaker Heights. They get it ahead to Whitehead. Whitehead with Pinto back there defensively, put it up and in. Nice shot by Whitehead, and we've got a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout for Lorain. So the Titans make some progress, and then just like that, it's back to a 14-point lead. Each team has scored 6 here in the third quarter as you look at Coach Wigan and the Lorain JV huddle. And we want to let you know the safety motto. We hope you know this by now, but just a reminder, if you see something, say something. Share any safety concerns you have with any school employee or adult. Call the Safer Schools Ohio hotline, 844-SAFER-OH. That's 844-723-3764. You can also text the Lorain Police Tip Line. A text message to the Lorain Police Tip Line, 440-204-2555. Again, if you see something, say something. Titans down 14. 4 minutes, 24 seconds to go in the third quarter. Following the timeout, Titans have 2 remaining. We're going to get it to Dower. They break the press. Dower at the foul line. Dower into the lane. Dower with a 10-footer. It's up and in. Dower with 4. 37-25. When they break the press, Joe, they can get decent shots.
Yes, they can.
Ford has the basketball for Shaker Heights. Ford with 15 points on the afternoon. Ford into the lane, but she unselfishly kicks it out for a corner 3. It's no good, and it's tipped back out to Shaker Heights. They go inside and miss it from point-blank range. That was Eleanor Miller. Dower with the basketball. Dower is going to be fouled, and that foul is on Ford. That's 2 fouls this half on Shaker Heights. Neither team in any kind of foul trouble today. Titans try to break the press. With the basketball is Cardona. Cardona with a pass over to Pinto. Bounce pass to Dower. Dower over Ford. Put it up, no good. Ball loose on the floor. Dower battling for it, and we're going to get a whistle and a holding foul. And let's see who Jim Moore gives this to. And it's going on Lorain. So Shaker Heights to inbound with 3:25 to go in a half. Lorain drops back and picks him up. Half court, man-to-man defense. Ford got by Cardona. Pass on the left wing. Now they get it to the foul line. The jumper goes up. That's no good. Missing that was Whitehead. And the Titans have the rebound. Cardona with a bad pass that will go off the foot of a Shaker Heights Red Raider and out of bounds. But you got to throw passes, Joe, where your teammate can catch the ball. Preferably throw it to them so that they can be in a triple threat. They can pass, shoot, or dribble. But, boy, you throw it at somebody's feet. It just makes it so difficult.
Yeah, the odds of being successful with that are very low.
I think that's an art that doesn't get talked about enough in basketball, and that's just passing. Set your teammate up. Steele at the other end, laying it up, missing it. They get the offensive rebound. It's back up and in, and putting that in is Eleanor Miller. She's in double digits now with 10. So Ford with 15 and Miller with 10. They've combined for 25, and we're going to get a Shaker Heights foul. And this time it is on Trinity Kelly. I'm sorry, it's going to be on Joelle Burge, number 14. 3 team fouls on Shaker Heights. 2 minutes, 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Titans down 14. Cardona with the basketball. Cardona, left-hand dribble. Bounce pass, it's going to be stolen away by Ford. Ford into the forecourt. Ford will lay it up, too strong, no good. Boy, how many layups does Shaker Heights miss today? Or they really have a big lead. The outlet pass is going to be stolen away, and now it's loose on the floor, and picking it up for the Titans is Jasmine Church. Church brings it into the front court. Titans on the drive, laying it up and in for the Lorain Titans is Nylasia Phillips, their first 2 of the ball game. 39-27, they're hanging in there, Joe.
Titans need to stop here.
2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Kick it outside. Now they're going to go back up top where the basketball is Burge. Jumper off the glass and in. Boy, that's a tough angle, tough shot, good defense. And give her credit. The basket's good. It's 41-27. And with the basketball, Pinto, nice bounce pass inside, putting it up. Missing that time was Phillips. That was a nice pass from Tanaya Pinto. Raiders split the defense, missing that shot that time is Smith Robinson. And the Titans clear. Going hard to the basket, missing the shot from point-blank range was Faith Cardona.
Yeah, a lot of point-blank shots missed by both teams this afternoon.
Minute 10 to go in the third quarter. Shaker Heights with a 14-point lead, and their coach says slow it up a little bit here. Ford with the basketball. Ford with a pass inside. Nice move to the basket. Turn around, up and in by Whitehead. Give her 7.
Boy, just like at 16.
You know, Joe, when Shaker Heights needs to, they can execute well offensively. They take their time. They make the extra pass. 3 ball goes up, and that's good. That was well needed. Cardona with 6.
Ain't hanging around.
Yeah, she's made 2 threes. 43-30. 30 seconds to go in the third. Shaker Heights playing keep away. Ford will pass it over to Miller. 18 seconds to go in the third. Driving in, they kick it outside. The shot is taken away, and Dower with the steal. Dower, under 10 seconds to go, third quarter. Pass left side, and we're going to get an offensive charge as that is going to go on Nylasia Phillips. Joe, she was determined to go to the basket. She put her head down and ran over Ford, and Ford did a good job of
the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to get a sub coming into the game. Phillips will come in for Lorain. Or no, she won't. Okay, 3.1 to go in the third quarter. And they'll inbound it to Ford. Ford cross court with a pass. From behind half court, a heave is going to be well short. And we have played 3 quarters of girls junior varsity basketball. After 3 quarters, it's Shaker Heights 43, your Lorain Titans 30. We're back with the 4th quarter of girls junior varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
We make Marines who overpower the desire to quit with the perseverance to prevail. Not for glory, but for honor. For a code that isn't written or spoken, but lived. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's the battle cry of our fighting spirit. Battles won. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
8 minutes of basketball remain as we begin the 4th and final quarter. Rob Polinsky, Joe Bach from Lorain High School girls junior varsity basketball. As Shaker Heights leads 43-30. They led after 1 quarter, 21-10. It's been an uphill battle since, but Lorain hanging in there. They outscored Shaker Heights for the first quarter in the third quarter, 13-12. That shaved a 14-point halftime lead to 13. And Lorain had 6 young ladies out there to begin the fourth quarter. And that's one too many. No. Let's see, they're saying it's Lorain basketball.
Yeah, the arrow was going the other way. Yeah.
Jim Moore, Dale Cutting in charge of this one.
Nothing gets by Beth.
You said it, Joe. With the basketball. It's going to be stolen away at half court with the steal of Smith Robinson. She lays it up and in. Smith Robinson with a 45-30 Shaker Heights. Pinto gets across midcourt. Pinto picks up the dribble, got to find somebody. Bounce pass to Phillips. Phillips at the edge of the center circle. Will he dribble, gets it over to Vade to Blankenship for 3. That's an air ball. Rebound loose on the floor. They battle for it. It's out of bounds off of Titan. It'll be Shaker Heights basketball. To begin the fourth quarter, Gracie Taylor, Brazia Phillips. Also on the floor for the Titans will be Sinai Romero. Veda Blankenship, and the 5th young lady is Tanea Pinto. Ford gets a pass, and inside Smith Robinson lost control. Gracie Taylor with the steal for Lorain. Pinto with a bounce pass for Phillips. Phillips gets it across midcourt. Phillips in front of the Lorain bench. Phillips runs over Ford, offensive charge. Boy, Ford has taken a couple of charges, Joe.
She has.
Done a nice job. Got to stop and take a jumper. You can't simply just run over the defender. I think in girls basketball sometimes, Joe, we see it when a young lady makes a decision. She's just going to go ahead and go with that.
Mind.
No, there isn't. On the right side. I'm going to get it. The three-point line, driving in, putting up the shot, missing it, was Burge. The return's no good, and now Blankenship comes out of there with it for Lorain. Her pass for Phillips is knocked away and stolen. Ford has it. Nice bounce pass ahead. Laying that up and in is going to be Burge. She has 7, and Shaker Heights in control now, up 47-30, as we have 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the contest. Pass is knocked out of bounds off of a Raider.
Yeah, just like that, Rob. We're on the cusp of being in single digits, and now it's a 17-point lead.
A 4-0 run, a modest run for Shaker Heights to begin the fourth quarter, but when you begin the quarter up 13, it doesn't take much of a run to really put them in command. Phillips, pass for Gracie Taylor. They battle for the basketball, and another turnover. Coming out of there with it, Smith Robinson put it up, no good. Rebound, Gracie Taylor for Lorain. To Blankenship. Blankenship into the forecourt, and she had the ball knocked away. And I think Dale Cutting says we have a foul on Shaker Heights. We do. And that will be assessed to Joel Burge. And we've got a timeout on the floor, a 30-second timeout. It gives me a minute to let you know that Lorain City Schools Television, WLCS TV 20 on Spectrum Cable is 1025. Check out Lorain Schools TV 20 on Facebook for all your entertainment and informational needs. You can follow us on Twitter at LCS_TV 20. Check out that YouTube station, Lorain Schools TV 20. And Joe, I know you are thrilled with the numbers of hits that you have on the YouTube channel, and you can subscribe to that YouTube station.
Yeah, we're closing in on 3 million. We have 2.94 million views. So, yeah, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll get notifications when we go live, when things come up, when we upload new videos. We're doing a lot of classic stuff. And don't forget our Facebook page and Twitter as well. Give scoring updates. So, yeah, the complete social media package here at TV 20.
5 minutes to go in the basketball game, 47-30. Shaker Heights with the lead in this junior varsity contest. With the basketball, top of the circle. Faith Cordona stops, lets it fly, a 3. That's an air ball. And the rebound coming out of there is Eleanor Miller. She had her pocket picked and stolen away. And driving in another offensive charge. That's 3 charges Ford has taken.
Yes.
And running her over that time was Faith Cardona.
Boy, I tell you, she does a nice job of positioning
Yes.
herself and getting set. I mean,
Doesn't move her feet. You're
right.
exactly right. And not afraid to take that contact.
No.
She's a complete player, Joe. She's got 15.
She is.
But it's not just an offensive player.
Right. Yeah, look for good stuff from her.
Ford, who we're speaking of, has the basketball. And she's going to be bumped and fouled just into the game. I don't have a 51 on my JV roster for Lorain, so I'm not sure who that young lady is. I don't have a 51 on JV or varsity.
Uh-oh.
So not sure who that is, but just into the game for the first time. And without a PA announcer, we're not going to be able to get you an answer on that. They pass it to Ford inside, laid it in. Ford was 17. And it's a short bench if you're wondering for Shaker. They've only dressed 9 players, so it's not like they can sub everybody out of there. 49-30. Pinto to Cardona, back to Pinto. Her and Cardona play catch. Under 4 minutes to go in the contest. Pinto with a bounce pass for Phillips. Phillips, we're going to get a blocking foul. She'll shoot 2. Free throw up, no good. Sub coming in for Shaker Heights, it's going to be Maya Grisby back into the basketball game. She started, but she has not scored today. Phillips trying to make her second free throw. She does that. For Brazia Phillips, she now has 3 points in the contest, and that is the first point of the fourth quarter for Lorain. They find themselves trailing by 18. So Shaker Heights will dribble at the edge of the center circle, up 18. Ford dribbling in, gets around the defense, in the lane, put it up, in and out, no good. Brazia Phillips with the rebound, and we get a jump ball as the possession arrow. I'm not sure if the arrow's working or not. Look over there, Joe. It's not showing, so it will be Shaker Heights basketball.
Power cord.
Right side 3 ball goes up. It's no good. And it's out of bounds. It'll stay with Shaker Heights.
Yeah, it was working earlier.
Shaker to inbound. They do just that on the baseline to kick it out to Ford. Ford with her pass, and it will go out of bounds to Lorain. Unable to save that was Maya Grisby. Dale Cutting says Lorain basketball.
Yeah, good hustle by Grisby, being up by 18, still chasing after the ball.
49-31. Phillips. Pass on the right side. Now that pass is going to be knocked away, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul on the Titans.
Wow, that'll put us over the limit.
Yep, that is the 7th foul. You're right. That'll be a 1-and-1, and that's the first 1-and-1 opportunity for either team today.
Yeah.
We have not had many fouls in this game. For the Rain, coming back into the game is Kanaya Bonner. Also in is Gracie Taylor. A 1-and-1 opportunity for Maya Grisby. Well behind the line, missed that one. As she took a jump shot from the foul line. You don't see that every day. And just into the game for Shaker Heights is going to be Whitehead back in there with 7 points. Titans with the basketball, down 18, under 3 minutes to play. Fourth quarter, girls junior varsity basketball. The regular season will conclude next week. And for the junior varsity teams, there is no postseason tournament, so they're approaching the end of their season. A long 3, it's in and out, no good. Ford will get the rebound for Shaker. Raiders led after 21-10, and they were never headed. Pass is going to be intercepted and stolen. Good job by Cardona. Cardona lays it up and in. Cardona with 8. Phillips has 8, Cardona with 8, Blankenship with 8. Those are the 3 leading scores for Lorain. Nobody in double digits. Cardona tries to change that, puts up a 3, missed it. And Ford will get the outlet pass. Under 2 minutes to play. Lorain up 49-33. They get it ahead to Whitehead. Whitehead into the front court. Whitehead takes her time. Pass to Grisby. Grisby lost control, stolen away, and now we're going to get a jump ball. Subs coming in for Lorain. We are going to see back into the game Jasmine Cash and Jasmine Church. Jasmine and Jasmine. And it's Lorain basketball as we approach 90 seconds to go. Titans down 16. Gracie Taylor sets a screen. Now it's Cardona dribbling around top of the circle. Cardona, again, another screen from Taylor. Pass on the right side, jumper goes up, that's no good. Missing that was Bonner. And now getting the offensive rebound, putting it up as Cash. Offensive rebound, glass rim, no good. They battle for it, loose on the floor. Coming down as Cardona, put it up, no good. She gets another rebound. 1 minute to play. Titans down 16. Cardona, a 3. Back of the rim, no, and it hit the guide wire. That's out of bounds to Shaker Heights. Several opportunities, but couldn't get it to drop. And coming into the basketball game, I don't have a 24 for Shaker Heights, so not sure who this is. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Cardona. Shaker Heights to inbound once again. And the inbound, it will go past the Shaker Heights player and out of bounds. That'll give it to Lorain. Maya Grisby couldn't come up with that inbounds pass. And the Titans to inbound now. Dale Cutting, one of our 2 officials, will hand the ball off to Bonner, and Bonner gets it inbounded to Cardona. Cardona in the corner, and it goes through the hands of the intended receiver, Jasmine Cash. Turnover gives it back to Shaker Heights. Stops the clock with 47 seconds to go in the basketball game. In the backcourt, double teamed is Ford. It's going to be stolen away by Cardona. Steps back, takes it, misses it. Offensive rebound Cash, but she lost it out of bounds off of a Shaker Heights player. And Lorena inbound with 35 seconds remaining. See if the Titans can get one of their players in double digits. Cardona for 3, missed it. And the rebound Cash gets it back to Gracie Taylor. Taylor back outside. 25 seconds to play. Titans trying to cut into this lead a little bit, down 16. Cardona, 15 seconds to play. Gets a screen from Bonner, now dribbles it back out. And Cardona, guarded by Grisby, 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Gets it to Taylor, foul line jumper, no good. Rebound Ford, Ford with the outlet, and that is going to do it. So Shaker Heights with a well-earned 49-33 win in girls junior varsity basketball. As they led after, you see the team shaking hands. They led after one quarter, 21-10, 31-17 at half, 43-30 after 3, and they outscore Lorain 6-3 in the fourth to win at 49-33. And Joe, they had that early pressure and really were never headed. And I thought that first quarter and the pressure and the turnovers they caused, that kind of dictated the game.
Yeah, it sure did. Lorain not able to handle the pressure, and Shaker at point blank. They took advantage of all their inside shots, their layups. Lorain had their opportunities several times. Could have cut it to a single-digit score, but just wasn't able to get to that point, and ultimately Shaker wins.
So let's look at individual scoring. First, four-year Lorain Titans, Jasmine Church with 2, Tanaya Pinto with 6, Nalasia Phillips with 2, Veda Blankenship with 8, Faith Cardona with 8, Denasia Dower with 4, and Brazia Phillips had 3. That's the 33 points for Lorain. For Shaker Heights, they had 3 young ladies in double digits. Eleanor Miller with 10, Joelle Burge with 7, Tiasia Whitehead with 7, Layla Smith Robinson with 8, and Janiyah Ford led everybody with 17. So the final score of junior varsity basketball, it was Shaker Heights 49, Lorain 33. Hope you enjoyed this one. Girls junior varsity basketball for Joe Bach. And
let me jump in there. If you're watching our stream and you're wanting to watch the varsity, it'll be on this stream. So we'll take a break. We'll run some graphics and some other countdown clock. So if you're looking for the varsity game, you came to the right place.
Thank you, Joe, for doing that. And then we'll return with the varsity right after this timeout. And again, your final score of our junior varsity game: Shaker Heights 49, Lorain 33. You've been watching girls junior varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
Number 12, Hazel Siyu. Number 21, Lizzie Favorite.
And welcome to girls varsity basketball. Pam Jackson giving out the starting lineups for the Shaker Heights Raiders, who are the visitors today. They have an outstanding team coming in with a record of 15-6, and they defeated Lorain in the opening round game over at Shaker Heights. The Titans coming in at 11-9, 7-3 in the LEL. Taking a look at the starting lineups first for your Lorain Titans. Jada Morales-Smith, a 5'6 junior. Jalen Carrington, 5'7 junior. Delasha Prasinski, a 5' senior. Kayla Mosley, a 5'7 junior. And Delasia Nixon, a 5' senior. For Shaker Heights, a junior is Cameron Ruffin. Aliana Robinson, a senior. Hazel Sayu, a senior. It'll be Lizzie Favorite, a sophomore, and Jaslyn Robinson, a senior. Shaker Heights coached by Carlton Conwell. He told me in his first year coaching his alma mater, 15th year of coaching, and he has college coaching experience as well. Mark Feldman, the longtime head coach of the Lorain Titans. Two of our three officials are from the JV contest, Dale Cutting and Jimmy Moore. I will be honest, I don't know the third official, who's the lead official. He's the young man in their picture right now that you see, the tall gentleman that will be putting the ball in the air. Lorain has the home white uniforms on, and they are trimmed in blue. And for Shaker Heights, the Raiders with their red jerseys, red shorts, and they have black numerals trimmed in black and white. Joe, great to be here with you. And Lorain's going to have their hands full with this one. This Shaker Heights basketball team, a really quality team, the 11th seed in the district. They told me they're going to have a home tournament game. This ends their regular season, and it'll be the first time in over 10 years that they have hosted a sectional game.
Yeah, really good team for Shaker this year. Their last year in the LEL, but yeah, great record, and really took charge of the first match, beating Lorain by 20, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Joe, the young ladies from Shaker Heights do not put their heights on the roster, but they have got some tall young ladies.
They do.
And tip is controlled by Lorain, and we're going to get a foul to begin this basketball game. And for Shaker Heights, it goes on Aliana Robinson, her first. So we're just underway. Prashinsky with the basketball for Lorain. Prashinsky, man-to-man defense for Shaker Heights. Gets it in the corner, throwing it up, missing the basket was Jalen Carrington, and Shaker Heights will get the rebound. They get it in the corner, now back outside, faking the three, dribbling in is Ruffin, and she gets called for a double dribble. So a turnover and a foul on Shaker Heights in the first 30 seconds of this contest, and it will be inbounding the basketball Carrington against the press. With the basketball, getting it in across the timeline, Morales-Smith in the corner, Titans with it, no score. Carrington lets it fly, glass rim, no, got her own rebound. Shot's going to be blocked by Favorite. Lizzie Favorite in there got the block, and it will come out to Shaker Heights, and there's a foul. Boy, you can see with her length, trying to get it inside over Favorite is going to be quite a task, yeah. Yes. So it's Shaker basketball. With it is Robinson. Aliana Robinson. She'll hand it off to Cameron Ruffin. They'll get it into Favorite. She's double teamed in the paint. Forces through, put it up and under, missed it. And the rebound is going to be tapped out of bounds. It'll be Lorain basketball.
Yeah, you mentioned Shaker hosting a sectional game next week. Lorain also was going to host one. They come in at the number 22 seed, hosting Akron Firestone next Saturday.
That's right, next Saturday at 1 o'clock, I believe.
Yes, you're right.
And the rebound is cleared out of there by Jaslyn Robinson for Shaker Heights. Still looking for our first score of the ball game, minute 15 into this one. Robinson goes up, no, but she's fouled. We're going to get a couple of free throws for Aliana Robinson.
And if Lorain should be fortunate enough to defeat Akron Firestone, then they would travel to Rocky River to face the number 2 seed, Magnificat. So,
first things first, we'll see if Lorain can get a home win, which would be nice for this program for Mark Feldman to get a home win. And,
yes,
then, you see what happens over at Magnificat. But the other thing would be, Joe, if they can get that home win over Firestone, no matter what happens today, what happens to end the regular season, it would give Lorain at least a 500 season if they can get that sectional win.
Oh yeah, always a nice goal to achieve.
Robinson with the first point of the game. She has 1
or above, yeah.
Robinson line left, spins it, shoots it, makes it. Boy, she has nice form on the free throws. 2-0. And full court press. See if the varsity team for Lorain can handle the pressure better than junior varsity did. But as soon as I say that, favorite gets the steal. But that's going to be a key to this one. They have to handle the press if they want to stay in this game. They're going to bounce it in the corner. Now back out to Robinson. Up top, they swing it around to Ruffin for 3. In and out. Rebound, tapped out, and it's going to be controlled by Shaker Heights. Again, back into favorite. Put it up, no, but she'll shoot 2. You get a good look at her right there. 2 free throws here. That's the 3rd foul already on Lorain. And Lizzie Favorite, boy, she is a sophomore, Joe.
Wow.
Free throw, no good. Now, I've never seen her, never heard of her, but, you know, again, we don't have the heights, but you look at her, she's got to be 6 foot something. And as a sophomore, boy, if she has some skills, you would think she's going to be have quite a future for her.
Absolutely.
She makes 1 out of 2, and it's 3-0 Shaker Heights. Krasinski breaks the press, pass ahead, but she throws it away toward Delasia Nixon. Turnover, give it back to Shaker Heights. They speed them up and they cause the pressure. 6:15 to go in the opening quarter. We're just underway. Girls varsity basketball. As the Titans trail 3-0 here to their league foe, Shaker Heights. Bounce pass on the right wing. Aliana Robinson, the favorite. Boy, she's double teamed, kicks it back outside. With it is Cameron Ruffin. Nice defense by the Titans here,
Yeah.
Joe. Robinson swings it around. They go baseline left to Jaslyn Robinson. Back to favorite. To turn around, puts it up and in.
Wow.
Boy, when she gets it there, you're not going to stop her. You just have to hope she misses.
And what do you do?
Yeah, the only thing you can do is try to deny her the ball. 5-0 on the inbound. It's tipped out of bounds. It'll be Lorain to inbound.
Yeah, she has something you definitely can't teach. That's height.
Amen. Inbound stolen away. They get it to Robinson. Robinson with a nice unselfish play. Gave up a good shot for a better shot. Sayu with the rebound or the layup. It's 7-0, and Mark Feldman takes a timeout.
Yeah, tough start for the Lady Titans so far.
So Mark Feldman and Lorain with the timeout, trailing 7-0 here in the first quarter. Their first timeout. They have 4 remaining. You see Coach Feldman, the young ladies gathered around him as he's using this 30 seconds to explain what he wants to see them do. For the most part, decent defense, but now they're coming back. Lorain City Schools, we believe, and we want to tell you to come watch our Titans compete. Lorain City Schools receive residents who are 65 and older can receive a free season sports pass. That pass can be used at all home sporting events. For more information, call the athletic department at 440-830-4008. On the inbounds, it will be Prashinsky, and it's stolen away. The 3 ball goes up. Missing that is Ruffin, and Prashinsky with the rebound. She's going to be fouled in the backcourt. And that foul will be assessed to Hazel Sayu, senior point guard. 5:20 to go in the first quarter. Lorain leads 7-0. Ron Polinsky, Joe Bach here with you today. Pleased you can join us for girls varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools television. Putting the jumper high off the glass and rim, missing that was Delasia Nixon. And on the rebound, we get a jump ball, and it will go to Shaker Heights. Substitution for the Raiders. And coming into the contest will be Aaron Harris, a junior shooting guard. Shaker calls the play. Get it on the left side to Cameron Ruffin. The junior back up top to Aliana Robinson. Ruffin for three, left side, iron, no. Rebound, Lorain, and getting the rebound, Kayla Mosley. Her outlet for Carrington. Carrington back outside. Morales-Smith put it up and in, and we are in the scorebook for Lorain, a three-point field goal. That cuts the lead to 7-3.
Yeah, Lorain really needed that shot.
Yeah, that'll help the cause. Favorite in the corner to Robinson. They whip it around. There's a jumper on the three-point line, banking it in. That's a two, and making that is Aaron Harris. Harris with two. 9-3 Shaker. Prushinsky, or I'm sorry, that where the basketball was Kayla Mosley, knocked off the ball. It's going to be out of bounds to Lorain. Shaker subbing here as coming into the basketball game. They don't have a 20.
Oh, geez.
So I don't know who that is. But I do have Azaria Bryant Franklin into the game. Don't have a 20 on the JV or the varsity roster. Anyway, Lorain with the basketball, trailing 9-3. 3:50 to go in the third quarter. And we get a whistle and a foul on Shaker Heights, as it was Jalen Carrington, the junior, for Lorain with the ball. We don't have a PA announcer here either for either game today for the JV or the varsity.
Yeah, I believe Jeremy Leva's at a football coaching clinic today. Couldn't get anybody to step in.
On the outlet, they get it to Bryant Franklin, lays it up, no good. And they get pass ahead, laying it up and in for the Shaker Heights Raiders is going to be Aaron Harris. Well, Pam Jackson did the starting lineups, Joe.
She did it very well.
Yeah, she's capable.
Absolutely.
Was she shy or what?
She is a little bit.
We're going to have to work on that, Joe. Coach her up. 3:20 to go in the first quarter. Shaker Heights leads 11-3. The only points of Jade Morales-Smith, 3. Mosley had her shot blocked, loose on the floor, picked up by the Raiders. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul on the backcourt as Bryant Franklin was fouled. 4 team fouls on Lorain. 3:09 to go first quarter. Titans trail 11-3. Shaker Heights basketball going to check in at the next chance is Janasia Nelson Riley for Lorain. The next stoppage on the baseline, and we're going to get a double dribble on Shaker Heights. This will give Lorain a chance to sub. Nelson Riley in, and coming out of the basketball game is Jalen Carrington. Mark Feldman walking up and down the sidelines. Joe, he puts a lot of steps in during a game, doesn't he?
He does.
Got to wear out his shoes during a basketball season, I would think. Titans throw it away. I would guess Coach Feldman gets his 10,000 steps in by the end of the game.
Well, it could be right.
For the basketball, they're going to get it into the forecourt. And they try to get it into Bryant Franklin. Gets tied up, jump ball. And the possession arrow will stay with Shaker Heights. Coming back in for Shaker Heights is the sophomore Lizzie Favorite. With the basketball is Aliana Robinson. I'm going to guess that tall young lady. There's a CC Favorite that is listed as number 23. I'm going to guess that's her, Joe, that those are sisters out there. They are about the same size, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think we can make that assessment. And I don't see a 23 on the bench, so maybe that's the answer here for us. As the pass comes outside to Harris. Harris gets it in the corner. Favorite for 3. That's an air ball long. And a rebound comes down to Kayla Mosley for Lorain. Quickly into the front court. Coast to coast. Laid it up. No good. And the Raiders with a rebound. And dribbling into the forecourt, Aaron Harris. Under 2 minutes to play in the half. Has it. Lost it. On the steal, it's going to be Jada Morales-Smith. Her 3-point field goal are Lorain's only points in this first quarter. The pass through the hands of Nelson Riley out of bounds. Sub for Shaker. And also for Lorain, I can tell you it's Nakia Herman, a senior, coming in for the first time. She'll replace Kayla Mosley. For Shaker, Hazel Sayu came back in. Sayu, top of the circle. Left wing to get it in the favorite. She's double teamed. Nice up and under move. Laid it in.
Pretty. Wow.
That really was well done. She has 5. That was Kevin McHale-like, Joe, if you remember him back with the Celtics in the 80s. Jumper goes up, no good. Missing that time was Delasia Nixon. 13-3 Shaker, 1:15 to play in the first quarter. In the corner, 3 ball goes up by number 3. Missing that was Bryant Franklin. And coming out of there with it is Pershinsky. Pershinsky on the drive. Pershinsky put it up, no, but she's fouled. She'll shoot 2. And that foul will go on Hazel Sayu. 1 minute, 1 second remaining in the first quarter. Free throw in and out and back in. Pershinsky with her first point of the afternoon. And for Shaker Heights, Erin Harris returns with 4 points. Shaker Heights with a record of 15-6, second place in the LEL to Warrensville Heights. Lorain third place in the league overall. Titans are 11-9. Second free throw no good. Under a minute to play in the first quarter. Azaria Bryant Franklin will hand it off to Erin Harris. Harris dribbling out by the midcourt line. Aliana Robinson surveying the defense. As Lorain sits back in a 2-3 zone, Shaker Heights content to let the time run down. They lead 13-4. We approach a half minute to play in the first quarter. Now Shaker Heights calls the play. All right, they do confirm that, Joe. They are sisters out there.
Yes. Yeah, you heard that as well.
Sometimes it's good to be in a quiet gym, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
8 seconds. They get it over here on the left side. With it is Robinson. Back to Robinson. Aliana Robinson for 3. Off the glass rim, no good. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. Our score after 1. It's Shaker Heights 13. Lorain 4. We're back with the second quarter after this timeout. You're watching girls varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television. Second quarter set to begin here from Lorain High School. Rob Polinsky, Joe Bach with you on the first Saturday of February. It's the beginning, Joe, of the February Frenzy. That is the precursor to March Madness.
Did you just make? I
have coined that, yes,
Oh.
years ago. I said,
like
you know,
that.
thank you.
Oh.
You can use it, but I want the
I will.
copyright.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if anyone else uses it, but to me, you know, especially now with the tournament starting earlier and earlier, everybody talks about March Madness, and I always say you got to get through the February Frenzy to make it to March
Yeah,
Madness.
just let me know where to send the royalties to.
I hope I get some. Pershinsky with the basketball to Nelson Riley, throws it away. Pershinsky, Nelson Riley. Also in the game for the Lorain Titans to begin the second quarter is Delasia Nixon, Nakia Herman, and the fifth young lady is Jada Morales Smith. 13-4, Shaker Heights with a 9-point lead. The Fabry sisters are out there along with Bryant Franklin. Also into the game of that, throwing that up as a 3-ball, and in is Cameron Ruffin, her first points, and Erin Harris is the 5th starter. 16-4 Shaker Heights. With the basketball, a steal, Prashinsky driving in, kicks it outside, Morales Smith for 3. She made one earlier, misses that one. And Favorite with the rebound for Shaker. Clears it ahead. Get it to Cameron Harris, she'll put it up. That's in and out, no good. Out of bounds to Lorain. 7:07 to go in the first half. Titans trailing 16-4. And they throw it away. It'll be Shaker Heights basketball. Coming out of the basketball game for Mark Feldman is Jada Morales Smith. Replacing her is Jalen Carrington. Titans got to start making some baskets. They trail 16-4.
Yeah, only one field goal here so far.
Yeah, and that's been a 3. And one free throw. That's been the points, and they get a steal. Here comes Prashinsky. Got an opportunity, 2-on-1. Prashinsky drives hard, put it up, no good. Good defense by Shaker Heights. They get the steal on the rebound, and the shot goes up, no. We're going to get a couple of free throws, I believe. And it looks like Carrington is shaken up here for Lorain. Jalen Carrington trying to gather herself as she was banged up there. I'm not sure if somebody fell on her or what, but the officials want to come over and make sure she's okay. And that's a good sign, Joe, that they ask her a couple questions. And let's see. Somebody coming out onto the court. I'm going to guess that might be or maybe a relative, I don't know. But I think she's going to have to come out now, would she not?
Okay.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Carrington at the line for 2. Free throw is up, and it's off the back of the rim, no good. And coming into the basketball game for Shaker Heights is Aliana Robinson. She's back in with 2 points. She'll replace Erin Harris. Carrington made 1 out of 2, and she is going to come out of the basketball game. Well, actually, Prashinsky will come out. And checking back in for the Lorain Titans is Amina Mustafa into the game for the first time. 16-5. Shaker leads by 11. Zone defense for Lorain. They kick it on the left side where the basketball is Aliana Robinson. Get it in the Favorite. That is Cece Favorite. Gets it, tried to get it back to her, went through her hands, and it's intercepted and stolen by Danielle Witten, who's in for Lorain. Witten into the front court. Witten got it to Carrington. Carrington traveled. 5:54 to go in the first half. Shaker Heights basketball. Cameron Ruffin has it. Ruffin 2-3 zone in the corner, the Favorite. Back out to Ruffin. Round the perimeter they work it with the basketball now. Aliana Robinson in the CC Favorite. Put it up back to the rim, no good. Danielle Witten with the rebound for Lorain. Witten across the timeline. Witten with a bounce pass for Nelson Riley that was deflected and stolen. Cameron Ruffin. Nice bounce pass to Favorite. She couldn't control it. Traveled. Give it back to Lorain. Shaker Heights sub. Jaslyn Robinson started, hasn't scored back in. Sub for Lorain into the game for the first time, sophomore Simone Witt. Points have been hard to come by for Lorain today. They trail 16-5. 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the second quarter. Titans into the forecourt, 2-on-1. They get it into Simone Witt, put it up and in. Witt off the bench with 2. Lorain has cut it to single digits at 16-7. And putting it up over Witt, missing the shot for Shaker was Jaslyn Robinson. It's out of bounds to Shaker. But Joe, the Titans have played good enough defense that even though offensively they're struggling, they're hanging around.
Yeah, they are still in the single-digit range, and hey, you know what? You hit a couple buckets here, could change the momentum.
Exactly. Inbounds to Azaria Bryant Franklin. They get it into Favorite. She's double teamed, puts it up. Glass, no. Rebound, in and out, no. Rebound Simone Witt for Lorain. Witt trying to hang on to it, and we're going to get a pass ahead to Mustafa, and Mustafa is going to be fouled at half court by Jaslyn Robinson, as Robinson took the worst of that. She was fouled, or she committed the foul, but she's down on the floor, and coming out to check her out is Carlton Conwell. We've had some young ladies take some hard hits here.
Yeah.
Lorain trainer coming out, but Coach Carlton gets Robinson up. She's going to go to the bench.
Yeah, Lorain doesn't seem to be intimidated so far. I mean,
no, I agree with that.
By records,
and having lost to him by 20,
right.
First time over at Shaker.
They're playing tough. They're playing hard.
They are. They just haven't been able to get the shots to fall. But as you mentioned earlier, if that can change a little bit, they get right back into the game. Amina Mustafa running the point guard position with 4:15 to go in a half. Titans down 9. Can cut into it right here. Mustafa cross court gets the ball to Nakia Herman. On the baseline, they try to go inside to Witt, and she commits the foul as Shaker Heights got a steal. So Simone Witt whistled for the foul. For Lorain, back into the contest, Kayla Mosley. They have made 1 field goal, and we're about halfway through the second quarter, and it was a 3-point field goal early on by Smith. Actually, 2 field goals, I'm sorry. Simone Witt made a basket. 2 field goals to this point for Lorain, and yet they only trail by 9. 3-pointer goes up for the Shaker Heights Raiders, no good, and we're going to get it over the back. Getting an offensive rebound is CC Favorite, but she went through one of the Lorain players to do it.
And I think is that number 7? I think so.
Looks like it. So we're going to be in the 1-and-1. Good eye, Joe. 17 fouls on Shaker Heights. Lorain has committed 5. And now with the clock stopped with 3:50 to go, if Lorain can take advantage of the bonus situation, they could cut into this lead. It'll be Danielle Witten shooting a 1-and-1. Free throw short. Rebound CC Favorite. Shaker Heights with it. Get it into the forecourt. Bounce pass stolen away. Titans coming the other way with it. Laying it up and missing the layup is going to be Nakia Herman. You're right. You got to make them. Miss that one. Witten for 3. That's off the rim. No good. And a whistle and a foul on Simone Witt, her second, team 6th. Next foul on Lorain puts Shaker in the bonus. Exactly 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining until intermission. Girls varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20. Rob Polinsky, Joe Bach with you. Shaker Heights leads 16-7. Mark Feldman sharing a chuckle with official Dale Cutting. 2-3 zone defense, which Lorain has played very well all through the game. Favorite puts it up, no good. And the rebound comes down to Kayla Mosley. Mosley into the front court. Mosley back outside of Mustafa. Top of the key. Now they go left wing with it is Nixon. Back to Mustafa. Under 3 minutes to play in the first half.
Patience, patience.
Yep. Lorain with a pass. It's going to be knocked away. Favorite. Good hands by her. Got the steal. Kicks it out to Aaron Harris. Timeout for Shaker Heights. So the Raiders take their first timeout. Each team have 4 remaining. This is a 30-second timeout.
Hey, well, we got this timeout quickly. We'll talk about Operation Share the Warmth once again.
As Joe just told you, it's Operation Share the Warmth, Lorain City Schools, supporting and serving all of Lorain County. Return your completed applications ASAP. Free warmth winter clothing, free warm winter clothing, as again, it'll still be winter for another month and a half. You know how it is in Northeast Ohio. For all children. What's that?
Nothing. I said,
Oh,
hey.
right. Learn more and download an application packet at lorainschools.org/Operation Share. Operation Share the Warmth is a federally funded program through an agreement with Lorain County Commissioners, Lorain County Department of Job and Family Services, and your Lorain City Schools. Operation Share the Warmth. Following the timeout, 2:47 to go in the half. Shaker up by 9 with the basketball. It's Aaron Harris. Pass to Azaria Bryant Franklin. She's going to back it up to near half court. On the right wing, Harris. Top of the key, Favorite. To Robinson. Again, looking at this zone defense. It's a 2-3 zone with Witt in the middle at the back end, almost a 2-1-2. Shaker Heights showing good patience here. And on the left wing, Aaron Harris has it. Harris got the Favorite. She is going to throw it away. Turnover, give it back to Lorain. Boy, Mark Feldman, very excited about his defense, Joe. They have given up just 3 points in the second quarter.
Yes, and 16 so far in the half.
Right.
To a very a good quality Shaker team.
2 minutes to play in the first half. Mustafa across the timeline. Lorain just needs to generate a little more offense. They get it to Witt. Witt with it in the corner. Gets the basketball back outside. And with it is Kayla Mosley. Mosley resets the offense. We get a whistle and a moving screen on Lorain. Jim Moore whistles that one. And Prushinsky comes in. And coming back in for Shaker Heights will be Jaslyn Robinson with 1:40 to go in the half. Shaker Heights with the basketball. Dribbling around is Aliana Robinson. 1:20 to play in the first half. And I don't know if Lorain is just going to be content to sit back in a 2-3 zone and let Shaker Heights dribble out the clock.
And Shaker seems content to just dribble it out.
16-7.
Take the last shot.
Shaker Heights leads by 9. Interesting here strategy-wise, Joe. In the second half, unless Lorain can get some more points, they're going to have to come out and play man-to-man because Shaker could just dribble time off the clock if that's how they want to play it.
Yeah.
The defense dictates how the game is played. Exactly. And I think sometimes people think it's the offense, but it's really the defense. On the left side, Robinson, now they go into their offense. She has it at the foul line, into the lane, threw it at the basket. No good, and it's saved to Simone Witt. Here come the Titans. Titans with the basketball. Witt into the forecourt. Gets it to Mustafa. Mustafa with a pass. It's going to be intercepted. Well, I was a little surprised Shaker Heights got into their offense like that, Joe. I thought they would dribble out the clock, but Lorain missed an opportunity there.
Well, I thought maybe, yeah, likewise, I thought they might wait till 10 seconds and then take a shot, and they've been pretty good on the boards and, see if they could get a second shot. But
under 20 seconds to go in the half.
Here we go.
Yep. Get it to Favorite at the foul line, back to the basket, kicks it right side, jumper goes up off the top of the glass, no good. Favorite got it, no, but she's fouled. 2 free throws with 7.9 seconds to go. Foul is going to go on Kayla Mosley. 2 free throws here for Lizzie Favorite. She's a sophomore with 5 points. Her older sister, Cece Favorite, we've seen her, she's a junior. They are 2 tall young ladies for Shaker Heights. Free throw is perfect. 6 for Favorite. Simone Witt comes out. Jada Nelson-Riley back in for Lorain. So Janasia Nelson-Riley back in. Second free throw in and out. Mosley with a rebound, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 10-point lead. Mosley into the front court. Mosley lost control of it, stolen away, and that'll do it for the first half. One half of basketball in the books. It's the Shaker Heights Red Raiders 17, your Lorain Titans 7. We are at halftime of girls varsity basketball. Coming up the second half, you're watching girls varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
What do you wish for? A nice life? Nice things? Or do you wish for something more? A sense of purpose? Do you wish to discover a cure? To write code that cracks an unsolvable question? To further our exploration into space? Or to invent something that changes everything right here on Earth? Well, if that's your wish, make yourself ready. Because when you look back, you'll see that you didn't just make wishes, you realized them.
Start of the third quarter, Shaker Heights leads 17-7. They led after one, 13-4, and they outscored Lorain in a very low-scoring second quarter, 4-3, to take a 10-point halftime lead. Individually, scoring-wise for Shaker Heights, Harris has 4, Ruffin with 3, Aliana Robinson with 2, Hazel CU with 2, and Lizzie Favorite leads them with 6. For Lorain, Jada Morales-Smith with 3, Jalen Carrington 1, Delisha Pershinsky 1, Simone Witt 2. And that's how we got to 17-7. Joe, the Lorain Titans hanging in there, but offensively they have got to start putting some points on the board, or else Shaker's going to make them come out of that 2-3 zone defense at some point, I would think.
Yeah, great defensive effort by the Lady Titans, only giving up 17 to a very good quality Shaker team in a half. But, you know, flip side of that, they've only scored 7, so that's not going to get it done.
Right. You got to find a way to put the ball in the basket in the second half to really put some pressure on the Raiders.
I think the start here in the third quarter is very important.
Yes, it is. 3 ball goes up. That's no good. A rebound is going to be tipped out. Titans have it. We're going to get a jump ball, and it's going to stay with Shaker Heights. I'm sorry, it goes to Lorain.
It's to Lorain, yeah.
Pershinsky, also in the game for the Titans here is Jaden Morales-Smith, Jalen Carrington, Delisha Nixon, and the 5th young lady is Jayla Carrington. So the original starting 5 on the floor for Lorain, and we're going to whistle and a foul on Shaker Heights. Shaker Heights is going to go with Favorite, also Jaslyn Robinson, Aliana Robinson. They have their original starting 5 on the floor as well, Cameron Ruffin and Hazel Sayu. So each team using their original starting 5 to begin this second half of action. Inbound, open 3, that's good, and that is Jalen Carrington.
Huge.
With 4, and the Titans have cut the lead to 7 at 17-10. Robinson with the basketball, up top to Ruffin. Ruffin, as defensively, Carrington is hanging right with Favorite. So it's almost like a box and one right now. And here on the top, so they get it down low. Nice job and laying it up and in. That was well done by Shaker Heights. Yeah. They found Jaslyn Robinson all alone. She has her first 2. 19-10, they get a steal at half court. Aliana Robinson, left side 15-footer is good. She has 4. Timeout, Lorain. A 30-second timeout for Mark Feldman, as his team now trails 21-10. As they made the first 3-point field goal, but then back-to-back baskets by Shaker Heights, and a conversation by head coach Carlton Conwell with Jim Moore, the official. It was a quick one, and Coach Conwell in his first year at his alma mater, as we take a look at their bench after you just saw the Lorain bench. That's Coach Conwell there talking with his team. He told me first year as head coach of his alma mater, Shaker Heights, and he's got 15 years of coaching experience, and also has coached at the collegiate level.
Wow.
And impressive kind of watching him in the pregame warm-up as he had his team, and he was leading the chants with his team, and I just thought it was interesting the way they went about it. Full court press. And with the basketball in the backcourt are the Titans. To get it ahead, Pershinsky with the basketball in the corner. Mosley, a corner 3, that's good. Kayla Mosley, so 2 threes in the third for Lorain, has cut the lead to 8.
That could have been an and one, too.
Yes, and there's a long 3, and Shaker with it. Cameron Ruffin from outside. Bounce pass ahead, it's going to be stolen away. And Jaslyn Robinson hands it off to Hazel Sayu. Sayu into the front court. They throw it away. It'll be Lorain basketball. 6:12 to go in the third. 24-13 Shaker. And for Shaker into the game, Melanie Walker, a senior, into the game for the first time, I believe. Inbound, and the Titans threw it away. And nobody touched it, so Shaker Heights is going to inbound that basketball right from where Lorain did, because nobody touched the ball, so you inbound it from where it was last inbounded. Should somebody have touched that, then it would have been inbounded where it went out of bounds at. And they're going to get it in to Walker. Walker cross court with the basketball is Aliana Robinson. Inside, laying it up and in is Jaslyn Robinson. She has 4. And we've got another timeout for Lorain, I believe.
Is that a full? No, it's a
full.
Second. Is it?
Yep, they just went to a full with 6:01 to go in the third. Mark Feldman with 2 timeouts in the first 2 minutes of the third quarter leaves him with 2 remaining.
Yeah, they've doubled the score on Lorain. So
26-13.
Hey, well, we got a second. One more time.
All right, it's Operation Share the Warmth from Lorain City Schools, supporting all of Lorain County, supporting and serving all of Lorain County. Whoops. We're going to skip ahead.
Nope.
No, we're not.
Go back. There we go.
All right, there it is. Free warm winter clothing for all children. Learn more and download an application packet at lorainschools.org/Operation Share. Please return completed applications as soon as possible so that your child can receive warm winter clothing. Operation Share the Warmth. It's a federally funded program through an agreement with the Lorain County Commissioners, Lorain County Department of Job and Family Services, and Lorain City Schools. Operation Share the Warmth.
Alrighty, thank you, Rob.
Thank you, sir.
All right, well, Shakers come out and they've doubled up the Lorain score now. So
yep, they lead 26-13. They have outscored the Titans 9-6 in the quarter. Lorain has made 2 threes, but Shakers had the answer like they have throughout the game. But the good news for Lorain, Joe, in the first 2 minutes of the third quarter, they have 6 points. In the entire first half, they had 7.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be Prashinsky into the forecourt, gets it to Mosley. Mosley is going to go up top, and the pass is going to be intercepted and stolen by Sayu. Hazel Sayu lays it up, and a good defense there by Carrington. And Prashinsky comes out of there with Lorain. Prashinsky into the forecourt looking for a teammate. Finds it in Carrington. Carrington had her ball stolen away. And it's Shaker Heights at the other end. Sayu, tough angle, missed it. Prashinsky, good defense, ran it down. And she was pushed and fouled by Maylani Walker. That will be the first team foul on Shaker Heights this half. Lorain with 2 timeouts remaining, 4 remaining for Shaker. Simone Witt will check back in for Lorain. She had 2 points in the first half. Titans looking for some offense, trailing 26-13 with 5:25 to go in the third. Prashinsky with the basketball. Prashinsky looking over that Shaker Heights defense. Trying to get it inside to Witt, and it got past her and out of bounds.
Talk about getting their steps in today.
Yeah, slight delay as referee Jimmy Moore's got to run that one down as it goes all the way through to the auxiliary gym. They don't have the stands. Yeah, the stands there. So when the ball gets past it, it's a little bit of a haul. Jimmy Moore, Dale Cutting, 2 of the 3 officials here today. We saw them in the JV game. Into the forecourt where the basketball comes Aliana Robinson. Robinson goes left side, long 3. That's good. Cameron Ruffin, she's a zone buster, Joe.
Yeah.
She's got 9, 29-13. Shaker's biggest lead of the night. Prashinsky drives in, yes, and she's fouled. She's got 3. She'll look for 4 at the free throw line. Here you get a good look at the young lady that's a senior. Delasia Prashinsky, been with this program. She wears number 4 on her jersey. Joe, if I'm remembering this right, I think she's been a 4-year player for Mark Feldman.
Yeah, she has.
Well, it seems like she has been on this varsity basketball team for a long time. Prashinsky, a lefty, put it up short. Battles for the rebound, and she is going to cause a travel on Cameron Ruffin. Sub coming in. Witt comes out. Coming into the basketball game is Anaya Pamplin, a senior, into the game for the first time for Lorain. Mustafa, who played in the first half, gets it to Prashinsky, back to Mustafa. Man-to-man defense for Shaker. Now they double team and trap. We get a whistle and a steal by Shaker Heights, and then a foul on one of the Titans. That'll be the first team foul this half for Shaker Heights. And inbounding in front of the Lorain bench is Erin Harris.
For Lorain.
Yes.
Yeah.
She scored 4 points in the first half. Ruffin, who's made 2 threes in the quarter, drives in, put it up, in and out, no good. Offensive rebound is up and in. Melanie Walker with her first points.
Those are killers.
31-15, 4:20 to go in the third. Right side, we go back to Mustafa. Mustafa, and had her pass stolen away. And Cameron Ruffin, ahead of everybody, lays it in. They're speeding them up with this defense, Joe. Ruffin with 11. We've got a timeout on the floor. And not sure who the timeout was assessed to, because on Lorain, they have 1 remaining. I was writing down my score sheet. We look at Coach Carlton and the Red Raiders. So they lead at 33-15. They're looking for a season sweep of Lorain. Titans trying to come back in this one and salvage a split. This is the last year that Shaker Heights is in the Lake Erie League. They and Cleveland Heights will both be leaving to join the Greater Cleveland Conference. The Greater Cleveland Conference is losing Solon after this year. Solon's going to go out to the Western Reserve Conference, I believe it is, or it might be the Suburban League. I can't remember. But anyway, that created an opening, and we want to let you know that, did you know that between grades 8 and your senior year, a single year of chronic absenteeism, and that means missing 10% of the school year, or 2 or more days per month, is associated with a 7-fold increase in the likelihood of dropping out. Tighten up. Attendance. You belong here. Attendance counts every day.
Thanks, Rob.
Thank you. Like we always say, Joe, getting here is half the battle.
It is.
If you show up, the rest takes care of itself.
Yeah.
Inbound, Amina Mustafa. Her team down 18, 4 minutes to go in the third. Krasinski back out to Mustafa, lob in for Pamplin, knocked away, another turnover. Boy, they do a great job of denying in the passing lanes and causing turnovers, and we get a double dribble on Shaker Heights on Melanie Walker. So, Melanie Walker called for the foul, or I should say the double dribble. 33-15. Titans with the basketball. Prashinsky looks like a 1-2-2 zone now. Pamplin from the foul line. Her shot is going to be blocked by Cameron Ruffin. Kick it over on the left side. On the dribble drive into the lane. Putting it up and in is Erin Harris. Give her 6. And Shaker has their biggest lead of the game at 20. 35-15. And driving in, missing it is Carrington. And the Raiders playing really well right now. There's a steal by Pamplin. Her pass stolen right back, and then we're going to get a whistle and a foul on Mustafa. Second team foul on the Titans. For Lorain, checking back into the contest is Nakia Herman, and coming out is Delasia Nixon. For Shaker Heights, this will conclude their regular season, and Lorain has 1 more game remaining. Shaker Heights basketball, 3 minutes to go in the third. They lead by 20. Erin Harris gets it to Walker. Walker in the lane, and she gets tied up. And we're going to get a whistle and a jump ball favor of Shaker Heights. Carlton Conwell having a conversation with official Dale Cutting. Inbound, laying it up, no, but a foul. But it's a good inbounds play, Joe, as they got an easy shot and they created the foul. And the foul on Lorain will go on Amina Mustafa.
Yeah, well-coached team, Ms. Shaker.
I would agree with that. Melanie Walker. Free throw is no good. And they have done this really without the big girls for Shaker Heights. Now coming back in as favorite, they're a favorite, and as royal as Azaria Bryant Franklin. But for the most part, they've gotten this lead with those favorite sisters, Lizzie and Cece, the twin towers, if you will, over on the bench. And the free throw is up and in. Melanie Walker with 3. 36-15, Shaker Heights. Under 3 to go in the third. A left side with the basketball is Herman. Nakia Herman, pass intercepted easily. Alania Robinson drives in, had it stripped away. Przynski, good defense by her. Her outlet goes too far, and it will be out of bounds. We're going to get a whistle and a foul on somebody as they dive for that basketball. See who Dale Cutting says this is on. And it's going to go on Shaker Heights, and that will go on Lizzie Favre. So Favorite gets called for the foul. That's the 4th this half on Shaker Heights. Lorain has committed 3 team fouls. Lorain has just 1 timeout remaining for the rest of the game. And in the backcourt, Przynski, her pass is going to go out of bounds, turnover, give it back to Shaker. Boy, they just cause a lot of havoc, don't they, Joe?
They do.
And it's not just pressing, but they're so long defensively, it makes it really hard for you to get into your offense. Baseline 3 ball is up and in. Azaria Bryant Franklin, her first points of the night. And it is 39-15. And another turnover on Lorain, kind of an unforced error there.
Yeah, Lorain's used to doing what they're doing, but the Shaker's so tall, they're jumping, passing, and they're just getting the passes that normally would go through.
Yes. Offensive rebound by Walker. She's fouled. Mustafa was called for the foul, and that will put Walker at the free throw line. The senior with 3 points here. Stops the clock with 2:07 to go in the third quarter. Shaker Heights trying to add to their biggest lead of the afternoon, and they do. Checking in for Lorain is Simone Witt. Coming out is going to be Amina Mustafa. Second free throw. Back of the rim, no. Rebound knocked around. They lose it out of bounds. It'll be Lorain basketball. And now back in is Cece Favorite for Shaker. She will replace Melanie Walker, who played really well this quarter, scoring 4 points. Coach Coleman having a conversation with Walker as they get it on the left side. Under 2 minutes to play in the third. Shaker with a zone, and they get called for a double dribble, unforced error. Nakia Herman. Mark Feldman talking things over with assistant coach Honesty King. Favorite gets it into her sister Cece Favorite. In the corner, the 3 ball goes up, it's no good. Rebound saved from going out of bounds, but they save it to a Shaker Heights player. And the Favorite, her shot is going to be no good, but she's fouled. She'll shoot 2 free throws. That's 5 fouls on Lorain. 17 fouls and a half puts you into 1-1. Free throw is short. Barely drew the front of the iron. Second one, that's good. Sub coming in for Shaker Heights back into the basketball game. Catherine Ruffin, who has 11. 8 of those 11, Joe, right here in this third quarter.
Yeah, big third quarter for Shaker so far.
You know, Lorain made a little bit of a run at the beginning of the third quarter, and then Ruffin had back-to-back threes, and I really thought that kind of got Shaker settled back in. On the left side, 3 ball goes up, and that's going to be good by Jada Morales-Smith. She has 6 points on 2 3-point field goals. Favorite gets it in to the jumper comes up, no good by Aaron Harris. Out of bounds, stays with Shaker with under a minute to play in the third quarter. Sub coming in for Lorain. Kayla Mosley back in. Pamplin comes out. They kick it over, and the jumper goes up, and that time Catherine Ruffin missed it, and we're going to get a jump ball this time. It stays with Lorain. Prashinsky to Nakia Herman. Back to Prashinsky. They play catch. Top of the key, get it into Simone Witt. Jumper in the lane, missed it. Rebound favorite. 30 seconds to go, and we're going to get a holding foul, and that'll be 6 fouls on Lorain. Next foul puts Shaker in the bonus for the rest of the day. Inbound, Azaria Bryant Franklin. Brings it into the front court. Bryant Franklin dribbling around as Shaker Heights wants to take the final shot of the third quarter. They lead 41-18. Talking with their coaches, Azaria Bryant Franklin, as she dribbles right in front of Coach Charlton. You see him there standing up. And now they'll run it. 6 seconds to go. With the basketball, they're going to hand it back off. And with it is Bryant Franklin. 2 seconds, 1 second. And CC gets off the shot. No, she does not. It wouldn't have counted. It was after the buzzer. Our score after 3, it is Shaker Heights 41 and your Lorain Titans 18. We're back with the fourth and final quarter of girls varsity basketball. You're watching girls varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television. Rob Polinsky, Joe Bach, live from Lorain High School, girls varsity basketball. Heading into the fourth quarter, Shaker Heights in control, leading 41-18. The Raiders outscored the Titans 24-11 in that third quarter, and that took a 10-point Shaker lead at halftime out to 23 as we begin the fourth and final stanza. 8 minutes on the clock, and we're underway. And dribbling the basketball is Azaria Bryant Franklin. She is joined out there by CC Favorite, also Catherine Ruffin, Melania Walker, and the fifth starter is going to be Erin Harris. Inside, Favorite laid it in. Her first points of the night, 43-18. 25-point lead equals their biggest of the night. Prashinsky, Herman, Mosley, Witt, and Carrington are the five on the floor for Mark Feldman's team to begin the fourth. Witt back out. Nakia Herman for three. Back of the rim, no. And hauling in the rebound is going to be Shaker Heights. And it's Azaria Bryant Franklin on the three-point line. She'll pull it back out. They get it to Catherine Ruffin. Ruffin gets a screen, takes the jumper, makes it. That is a two-pointer for Ruffin. She leads her Shaker Heights team with 13 points in the ball game. Left side three ball is up. Missing that one is Carrington for Lorain. The battle for the loose ball, loose on the floor. We're going to get a jump ball, and it will go to Lorain with 6:43 to go. Subs for Lorain. And coming back into the basketball game is going to be Jada Morales-Smith, Janasia Nelson-Riley, and Danielle Witten. Morales-Smith, who's made 2 threes, inbounds it to Witten. Witten right back to Jada Morales-Smith. Picks up the dribble. Her pass is going to be intercepted. And Melanie Walker put it up, no good. Offensive rebound back up, no good. Simone Witt battling for it. Witten had it, lost control, out of bounds to Shaker. 6 team fouls on Lorain. Should they commit another one, that would put Shaker Heights in the bonus. The Raiders have committed 4 fouls, so they have 2 to give before they would put Lorain in the bonus. You know, I don't think this final score, Joe, is going to indicate how well Lorain played, especially defensively, but 45-18 right now. But they put a little scare into them.
Oh, absolutely.
Into the third quarter. Just in that first half, Joe, when it was 17-7, had Lorain played just a little bit better offensively, I think this could have made this game even much more interesting.
Yeah, totally agree.
Kayla Mosley with it, but give credit to Shaker Heights defense. They kick it outside. They work around this zone defense. Witten has it. Mosley, cross court. Jada Morales-Smith, left side. 3-ball is good. That's her 3rd from downtown. Give her 9 points on 3 3-point field goals, and it's 45-21. 5.5 minutes to play. Favorite with a pass that went off the hands of her intended receiver, Simone Witt, with the ball. Simone Witt spins around, put it up, no good. Offensive rebound. They go back to Witt, had her shot blocked. It's out of bounds, and it will stay with Lorain. For Shaker Heights, both teams have used a lot of their bench tonight. We are going to see coming into the basketball game Jada Burge in for the first time, and Lorain takes their 5th and final time out of the basketball game. 5 minutes, 20 seconds remain. Shaker Heights leading 45-21. So looks like Shaker Heights will be going to 16-6 to end the regular season. It looks like Lorain would drop to 11-10 with 1 remaining. Hey, we want to remind you about this safety motto that we told you about in the first half. If you see something, say something. Share your safety concerns with any school employee or adult. You can text the Lorain Police tip line, that's 440-204-2555, or call Safer Schools Ohio hotline at 844-SAFER-OH. That's 844-723-3764. Say something if you see something. There's a look at the Red Raider bench, and you can see how tall number 20 is. CC Favorite. She is a junior. Her younger sister even taller, number 21, and that is Lizzie Favorite. She's a sophomore. Joe, again, they don't list the heights, but those young ladies have to be 6'2" or better, don't they?
At least, yes. Yeah, I'd agree, Rob.
Maybe we'll get a look at them when we roll out of here. And I know they're a lot taller than you or I, but that's not saying a lot. I think I'm 5'10" on a good day. They get it into Witt. Witt puts the shot up off the back of the rim, and it went in.
All right.
Witt with 4. 45-23. Titans on a 5-0 run have cut the 27-point advantage to 22. And for Shaker Heights into the basketball game for the first time getting tied up is going to be Layla Smith-Robinson. We saw her in the JV contest. She comes in. As we're seeing some young ladies that we haven't seen in the varsity game yet. Nice move by the head coach of Shaker Heights. Jada Burge is in. She played in the JV contest. So that's a good move by Carlton Conwell as he brings some of his starters out of this basketball game, knowing that he has it well in hand and giving some of these other young ladies some varsity experience. Under 5 minutes to go. Long 3-ball. Melanie Walker off the front iron twice, no good. The rebound is put back up, no. Rebound gets tapped out to Simone Witt. She lost control of it, out of bounds to Shaker Heights. 4 minutes, 32 seconds remaining. With the basketball is Hazel Sayu. Get it into CC Favorite. Favorite puts it up, no good. And Mosley will get the rebound for Lorain. Her outlet to Morales-Smith. Morales-Smith had her shot partially blocked. Good defense by Melanie Walker. And we're going to get a whistle, and Got some young ladies talking out here. Mark Feldman comes out to get his team to the bench and get these young ladies separated. And Coach Carlton also coming out as with 4:13 to go. A little talking between the players, and I think they're going to send them to their benches to kind of get things figured out here, as our 3 referees are going to talk about it and figure out exactly what we're going to do here. Again, Jim Moore, Dale Cutting, the third official, the taller one of the 3. I don't know him, Joe, but we had Jim and Dale in the JV contest. As Mark Feldman talking with his team, as is Coach Carlton. Cooler heads prevailing there. Good to see before anything escalated. And 4:13 to go in this basketball game. Shaker Heights leads at 45-23. If you're either team, the last thing you'd want to have is somebody get suspended, Joe, because then you've got to miss your next 2 games, and that would take you out of the tournament. So I think a nice job by both head coaches, everybody kind of squelching this before anything really got started.
Did you know, Rob?
Did you know that by 6th grade, chronic absenteeism, that means missing 2 or more days per month, is a leading indicator that a student will drop out of high school? Tighten up. Attendance, you belong here. Attendance counts every day. So you can't miss more than 2 or more days per month. That is considered chronic absenteeism. If you're doing that by the time you're in 6th grade, there's a good chance you're going to drop out of high school.
Tighten up, come to school.
It is basically that simple, is it not?
Want to be successful.
So for the Titans, back out on the floor, we're going to have Pamplin, Mosley, Witten, Delasia Nixon, and also Janasia Nelson Riley. And Shaker Heights, CC Favorite, Mulaney Walker, Jada Burge, Hazel Sayu, and Catherine Ruffin. Lorain basketball. So following that, it'll be Lorain inbounding the basketball. So we're back underway. And driving in, laying it up is Mosley, and she scores. Mosley with 4 minutes to go in the game. It's a 20-point Shaker lead. Ruffin puts up the shot over Nelson Riley, and she hit it. Catherine Ruffin, Joe, has 15 points.
Yeah, she's had quite the afternoon.
47-25, 3:45 to go in the contest. Danielle Witten, left side. Gets it to Kayla Mosley. Mosley to Witten. 3-ball left wing, no good. Rebound Favorite. She'll pass it back to Mulaney Walker. Here on the left side, 3-ball goes up. That's no good by Jada Burge. Lorain with the rebound. Long outlet. They get it ahead. Mosley lays it up and in.
Oh, well done.
Yes, that was an excellent pass. Mosley with 7. 47-27. We're coming up to 3 minutes to go in the basketball game. Shaker Heights has led the entire way, and they lead by 20. Although give Lorain credit, they were down by 27, and they keep cutting into the lead. Left side jumper is up. That's short. Missing it is Sayu. Inside to Mulaney Walker, lays it in. Walker with 6. 49-27 Shaker. Another good move here by Coach Carlton, Joe. He's taken the press off. Pamplin with it, back to the basket. Pamplin with a pass to Mosley. Mosley hands it off to Danielle Witten. Over to Mosley. Mosley for 3, draws the rim, but didn't go in. Rebound Walker. Pamplin trying to chase her down in the backcourt. Gets it ahead to Ruffin. Ruffin across the timeline. 2:15 remaining in this contest. Shaker well out in front by 22. The Raiders will end the regular season at 16-6. Walker from long range, no good. Lorain with a loss will drop to 11-10. Mosley with it. She lays it in. Another field goal for Kayla Mosley. Give her 9, 6 of the 9 here in the fourth quarter. Under 2 minutes to go in the basketball game. favorite. And we're going to get a whistle and a timeout for Shaker Heights. Joe, I want to see if you've paid attention over the years.
Uh-oh.
Now, where I just told you that Mosley has 6 of her 9 points all in this quarter, how might I know that? Do you know how I keep score?
Well, yeah, sure, with your pen.
And you have a 4-way pen.
Oh, that's right.
So
yes.
every quarter you switch colors.
Right.
And that way when you look at it, Joe, you can know if you're smart enough to remember to switch those color pens. To
Did you invent that? Not the pen, but that's
I don't know.
We talked about this
And
before.
the funny thing is, I don't know why, but I came up with a system of blue in the first quarter, red in the second quarter, black in the third quarter, green in the fourth quarter. I went with green in the fourth quarter because that's the money quarter.
That's the money quarter, right?
So I don't know.
I got to ask you, Rob. Do you
Yes,
carry?
sir.
Do you carry a? Let me see. What other color is there? Brown. So what do you do for overtime?
You're right. I just stay with the green. So
green.
If you go in overtime, I usually, if I'm keeping score, I'll make a
slash.
Yes, a slash. So I know that's for the fourth for overtime. But now I will be honest. Are there times that I've forgotten to switch the colors? Yes.
Don't tell anybody that.
But it's a trick I learned a long time ago.
Yeah, I know you. Of all the people, you really get your stats, and you almost have them there like right now.
I think it's important. Everybody does it differently.
Yeah.
They're going to get it inside. CC favorite. Her shot goes up, no good, and we're going to get a couple of free throws as that foul is on Delasia Nixon of Lorain.
So where do you get your 4-color pens?
They're getting harder to find.
Harder.
They
Right,
are. I go to Staples and Elyria and pick up like 3 or 4 at the start of a season.
Okay.
And the other reason I like it is there's 4 quarters in football. So not that I keep the detailed stats in football, but for what I do need, I also try to get in that habit of changing colors every quarter. So a little useless knowledge there I thought you might get a kick out of. Yeah. Jada Burge with 1 point, 50-29 with 1:40 to go. It'll be interesting to see who Shaker Heights plays in the tournament, Joe, and how far they go. I mean, they're the 11th seed, but this is a pretty good basketball team.
Oh yeah, for an 11th seed, I'm surprised. I would have pegged them at a 5 or maybe a 6.
Yeah, exactly. And with the basketball on the left side, they get in, and Witten put it up off the glass and in.
Pretty.
I'm sorry, that's Delasia Nixon. Nixon's 22, Witten's 23. So Nixon with a field goal, her first points, makes it 50-31. On the left side, Jada Burge, that's short, and it's out of bounds. It'll stay with Shaker Heights with 1:12 to go in the game. Subbing in for Shaker Heights, and they're going to take out favorite out of the game. And coming back into the basketball, coming in, I should say, is Samaya Bradley, a junior. Shaker with the ball, but Pamplin got a steal. Pamplin in the backcourt double teamed. Her pass to Danielle Witten. Witten across midcourt. Witten under a minute to play in the game. To Nixon, back to Witten. Went off of Nixon's left hand, she ran it down. Back up top. Kayla Mosley has it now, 45 seconds to play. Mosley gets it to Danielle Witten. Back to Mosley. Mosley in the corner. Janasia Nelson-Riley. Back out to Danielle Witten. 30 seconds to play. 3-pointer for Nixon, no good. Rebound of Mulaney Walker. She'll bring it across the timeline. And on the drive, laying it up, no, a bump and a foul, and that'll put Erin Harris at the line with 19 seconds.
Kind of surprised Shaker just didn't dribble out the remaining
I agree.
time on the clock.
Although the only thing is you do have a lot of young ladies out there right now who don't play a lot.
Well, that's true, yeah.
But I would agree with you. Harris misses that one. Erin Harris did not start. She has scored 6 points. Harris line right. And missed them both. And the offensive rebound, they get it inside to Walker. She missed it. And the outlet pass goes off of the Raiders. It'll be Titan basketball with 11 seconds to go, 50-31.
Well, first time around, Lorain lost by 20. This time, a little closer.
Yep, right now it's 19. See if they get a shot off. Bringing it into the forecourt is Witten. I think Witten's just going to dribble it out. And that is going to do it. Our final score here today was Shaker Heights 50 and Lorain 31. So for Shaker Heights, they now go to 16-6 as they end the regular season. Lorain have one game left. Lorain will go to 11-10. And for Shaker Heights, they're the 11th seed. Their next game will be a tournament game at home. And Lorain with one more game in the regular season. And then, as Joe mentioned, they're going to entertain Akron Firestone here in an opening round sectional game next Saturday at 1 p.m. Scoring by quarters, Shaker Heights led after one 13-4. It was 17-7 at half. A big third quarter for Shaker Heights. They led 41-18, and then they win it 50-31. So give Lorain credit, outscoring them 13-9 in that fourth quarter. Individually for the Lorain Titans, Jada Morales-Smith, one of two young ladies with 9 points. Jalen Carrington with 4, Delasia Persinski with 3, Kayla Mosley with 9, Delasia Nixon 2, Simone Witt with 4. For the victorious Shaker Heights Raiders, it was Harris with 6, Walker with 6, Bryant Franklin had 3, Catherine Ruffin led the Raiders with 15, Aliana Robinson had 4, Hazel Sayu had 2, Lizzie Favorite with 7, Cece Favorite with 2, and Jaslyn Robinson with 4, and Jada Burge had 1 point. Now, as we see Pam Jackson over there talking with somebody from Lorain.
Mr. Tim Jama.
Okay, Tim Jama there. Is that any relation to Tom Jama?
Yes.
Okay. So as we're just about ready to call it a day, I believe, Joe, but anything else we need to mention before we call it?
Thanks for coming out today, Rob.
Well,
and,
thanks for having me. My pleasure.
Wish we could have had a victory or two here, but you know, Shaker, a very quality team, and yeah, we'll catch them next time.
Sounds good. That's going to do it for our coverage of girls varsity basketball today. Again, our final score, it was Shaker Heights 50 and your Lorain Titans 31. For Joe Bach, this is Rob Polinsky reminding you one more time, you've been watching girls varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.